Hi, it's Juliana J here, the Soul Illuminator for numerologist.com, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be part of this month of April where we are sharing our connection with the angels and inviting a deeper connection into our lives. Today I will talk about Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is probably one of the most known angels on earth. He's recognized in many, many faith systems around the globe and always has been. And Archangel Michael is the great big daddy for me. He's the big protector. And Michael always feels like a very male energy to me, even though our angels are androgynous. They are neither male or female, but the energy that comes from Michael for me is a deep energy of security, of protection, and of divine love. And the messages that come from Michael are always so empowering to remind you that you are protected within your soul right through your life, and that every footstep, if you call on Archangel Michael, is guarded and guided by a divine force that can really help you to connect with the deepest aspects of you and to be you and to feel sovereign and safe within yourself all the days of your life. Archangel Michael also comes in many valuable ways as I walk my path. So if I find that I'm under pressure time-wise, my timelines have gone wrong, I'm rushing and I'm racing, if I call on Archangel Michael to help me to mind the time, what actually happens is I find that I achieve everything that I need to do. If I'm running late and I call in Archangel Michael and say, will you help me? I find all the traffic lights change into green for me, and it's like time stands still, and somewhere or another I end up on time. And even in the times when I've called in Archangel Michael to mind the time, and it may have appeared humanly to be late, I find the other person that I'm meeting has also been late and is very flustered, and they're actually delighted that they haven't taken from my time. So it's when you call on Archangel Michael, it's like it all gets balanced out. It's quite incredible. And I love when I call on Archangel Michael to mind the time, because I see the divine hand come in and I see myself and that protection just coming to life in a way that I couldn't pre-plan. Archangel Michael is also wonderful at cutting cords. So we come to stages at the crossroads of our life all of the time where what was no longer serves. What was the frequency of love no longer needs to be brought forward in our lives because it doesn't represent the growth that we've been through. And this can be really challenging, where relationships have come in and hurt, or we've lost our job, or we have fallen into bankruptcy, or we have had a bereavement or a death. And these are all crossroads that come, and they find each of us and they hurt. And sometimes in these moments we are carrying bucket loads of guilt and shame and hurt and anger and resentment. And as a human, we don't know what to do with it. We just feel lost in that whole feeling of disempowerment and heaviness and stuckness, and we just don't know how to go forward. So Archangel Michael has always been the great sword cutter, the cord cutter. He helps us to leave the ties that bind behind us. He helps us to focus on the road ahead rather than that road which has trod us down, has made us feel stuck and disempowered. So if you feel you're at that crossroads and you need to cut the cord with a relationship, a memory, or an event that is causing you to feel trapped, lacking in confidence, disempowered, overwhelmed, anxious, Archangel Michael is your archangel to call in to say, help me cut the cords with this. Allow this to happen for me. And I have witnessed as the soul illuminator helping people with their emotional connection and their divinity and that balance between their spirituality and their humanity, that when Archangel Michael is called upon, the ease and grace at which he comes in and helps us to move forward is nothing short of a miracle. It's not something that I think we humanly know how to do. But this is where the beings of light, this is where the angelic messengers come in. This is where the miracle of connecting with Source comes in, because they know how to bring that light back into us. They know what no longer serves, and they know how to cut that cord in a way that allows our spirit to rise again and to find its force within us, and allows us to start to walk forward again purposefully, with an open heart and an open mind for the next stage that our soul is calling in. Archangel Michael is also great at allowing something to be hidden if required. So sometimes we end up at crossroads of our life where something has happened, there's been an event, and it would be great if the other person just wasn't so aware of it. We're looking for a look break. I had this recently. My daughter was doing her driving test, and she had an insurance disc that had one digit mistyped in by the government body that actually issues the license. And in order to do her driver's license, she actually needed to have everything right on that disc, and they check it before the driving test. So I wanted her to do a driving test that day, and I was struggling, and I called out some other light workers online, and I said, please help me. And one of the ladies said to me, why don't you ask for Archangel Michael's cloak to come around that disc, and for a level of rendering an invisibility, like an invisibility cloak, to come around that disc. I thought this was very interesting, and at that particular moment I was so desperate for this to be resolved. I put my faith in there. I lifted my hands, and I raised the energy, and I said, can you please bring an invisibility to that little bleep that is there on the insurance disc? And it was funny because I watched the man who was examining my daughter 3 times looking at that disc, and 3 times he didn't see the error. And I saw the wheels turn of the car. I saw her drive away, and I was like, oh, wow, it works. And I've done it on many occasions where you're just asking for a lucky break. You're just asking for something to be overlooked that's tiny, maybe minimal, but that you just need that wee break in life, and you just need the archangelic forces to come and guard and guide you during that time. And it never lets me down. It never, ever, ever lets me down. So just visualize the cloak of Archangel Michael, which to me is a royal blue cloak, coming around the person or the object that you need to just allow to be slightly invisible. It's called the invisible cloak of Archangel Michael. If you're going into a situation where you feel ill-equipped, like maybe a court case, maybe a very difficult conversation with somebody, maybe you're going into a place where there's very dense energy, or a family gathering that doesn't just feel very safe for you, that same cloak can be used, where we place this beautiful cloak of Archangel Michael around our shoulders and ask for our auric field to be protected in love and light for the gathering that we're going to. And this is quite amazing because we feel sovereign in ourselves. We nearly feel that light force coming around us. And if you take a time to close your eyes and watch it happen, you can really feel that calmness come around you, and that literally helps you to feel in your own skin. So for me, that cloak of Archangel Michael is like putting something on me to help me to feel in my own skin when I feel out of my own skin or feel in fear. The other wonderful way that I use Archangel Michael is in anything legal. He's in charge of the police force. He's in charge of justice. So I have brought the advice through for many people in my angelic message readings with Archangel Michael to call on him when there is a tribunal, when there is an arbitration issue, when there is a justice issue, when there is a legal issue, that you just feel, oh my good God, I need help. I need a divine intervention to come here for justice to prevail. If you call on Archangel Michael, he is that beautiful energy that comes in and helps us with that aspect, with that sense of justice, and allowing us to be seen in a fairness and a justice that is most balanced in our lives. So if you're going through something legal at the moment, if you're going through a relationship, divorce, battle, separation, if you're trying to fight with the law about something that really you feel is not fair, and you want fairness and you want the scales of justice to be balanced, Archangel Michael is that beautiful angelic being of light who will come in and allow whatever transformation needs to happen. And if it doesn't happen the way you felt, just know that it is the way that your soul needed to see this unfold. So when I'm calling in Archangel Michael for anything, my prayer and mantra always is, allow justice to prevail if it's for my highest good and under the law of grace. So allow justice to prevail as long as for my highest good and under the law of grace. And then I surrender and release and let it go, and know that Archangel Michael will come in and bring forth the resolution that is needed in this moment in time for me as a person, my expansion and growth. But I can tell you the number of miracles I have witnessed and have been fed back to me by calling in Archangel Michael in people's daily lives is just something that I could write a book on. It's just amazing to see the touch of the Master's hand come in and bring that little bit of magic, that little bit of miracle, that little bit of hope, and that little bit of justice into something that is important for our soul's evolution. Numerologist.com, thank you for doing this and for sharing this message, and I hope it's resonated with your heart. Obviously, Archangel Michael comes in to each person individually in different ways, so I would love to hear your stories, and the angels mean so much to me, and I would love to hear what Archangel Michael has helped you with in your life and how he has come into your life in a way that you have seen that touch of the Master's hand. Please place your comments below. And for numerologist.com, this is Juliana J, the Soul Illuminator, bidding you adieu and bidding you namaste.